Good evening, everyone. Wekiva High School welcomes you to Mustang Arena for Varsity Volleyball competition. Please welcome our guests from Crooms Academy. They are the Panthers. And they'll be taking on your Wekiva High School Mustangs. Before we begin our game this evening, we ask that you please stand as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. And now, let's meet the teams, beginning with our guests from Crooms. And starting with their reserves. Number 1, Johan Donen. Number 4, Araceli Suarez. Number 14, Morgan Rhodes. And number 15, Camille Stafford. The starting libero for Crooms is sophomore number 3, Sarah Pilato. And starting on the court in service order, serving first for Crooms is junior number 5, Kiriana Thagard. Serving second for Crooms is senior number 7, Yael Marler. Third in the rotation for the Panthers is sophomore number 2, Laia Robles de Leon. Fourth in the rotation for Crooms is freshman number 9, Sophia Herring. Fifth in the lineup for the Panthers is freshman number 6, Maya Fagard. And finally for Crooms, serving sixth is freshman number 8, Jordan Fording. And the head coach of the Panthers, Selena Guerrero, with assistant coaches Matthew Scalater, Kyle Moore, and Gabriela Milan. And now, let's meet the lineup for your Wekiva High School Mustangs. Starting with their reserve, number 3, Litzy Delgado. And the starting libero for the Mustangs, sophomore, number 4, Eliana Sanchez. Starting on the floor for the Mustangs in service order, the first service goes to senior setter number 9, Lily Stars. Second in the lineup for the Mustangs, senior outside hitter number 10, Brianna Beaton. Third in the rotation for the Mustangs is senior middle blocker number 7, Cameron Holman. Serving fourth for the Mustangs, junior right side hitter, number 14, Sanaya Asanya. Serving fifth for the Mustangs is senior outside hitter, number 11, Micaiah Blackman. And finally for the Mustangs, serving sixth, junior middle blocker, number 2, Sarai McFadden. Mustangs coached by Heather Lorenz, and the officials for tonight's game are from the Florida Professional Officials Association here in Orlando. We thank them for their dedicated service to our high school athletic programs and join them along with our participating schools, reminding everyone to make great sportsmanship a part of this and every athletic competition. For those of you here in the arena, we want to remind you that we are live streaming tonight's game on YouTube as well as the NFHS network. If you have friends or family who are not able to join us in person for tonight's game and they'd like to tune in online, they can do so at nfhsnetwork.com or the NFHS network app on the on Android or Apple devices. Or you can also watch us for free on YouTube. The channel name is Wekiva Sports. Just open up the YouTube app on your favorite computer, smart TV, or mobile device and search for Wekiva Sports, and we are live right now. Want to extend a special welcome to those of you who have done just that. My name is Mark Barchi, voice of the Mustangs and sports information director here at Wekiva High School, joined by Neil Fisher from the Apopka Chief, ready to take you through some Tuesday night volleyball action.
And we are ready to go here at Mustang Arena. Thank you again for joining us. And as always, Mark, an excellent job of getting us started. So Wekiva comes in at 4-4. It might not sound like that great a record in itself, but remind you, Wekiva has not had a winning season since 2009, and of course this is the best record they've had through 8 games. If they can win tonight, it will be the first time they'll be over 500 9 games into the season. And they'll get a 1-0 lead.
4 touches, point goes to the Mustangs.
So back to work is Stiers, the setter, unforced error. We are tied at 1-1.
Side out, service to the Panthers for the first time of this set. Leading their rotation, number 5, Kariana Fagard.
So back to Crooms Academy. They'll actually be taking their first serves. That's Kariana Fagard.
Service returns to the Mustangs. Next in the rotation for Wekiva, number 10, Brianna Beaton.
So Wekiva with the 2-1 lead. That's Breeden on the serve. See if they can extend it to 3-1. If Crooms can tie it, 2-2, still early. Crooms comes in at 2-5.
Four touches. Point goes to the Mustangs.
So a 3-1 lead now for Wekiva. They've won the last 2 points. As Beaton stays on the serve. And into the net, the two-handed shot by Herring, not enough arc. As Wekiva now on a 3-0 run, and they're also looking to take control in this set. Tipped by Fagard, over by Marler. Nice save by Wekiva, setting it up. Oh, and the dive, trying to go for the dig was Pilato. That was a well-serviced return ball, putting it right on that line. 5-1 now for
Sonia with the kill.
Beaton back in this with the serve, and it'll be 6-1. So again, Wekiva at 4-4, looking to go over 500. Be the 3rd time this season. And as good a start as you could ask for, as the Panthers are unable to dig that ball out. That's Crooms Academy, the Panthers. 7-1 now. 6 straight points with Beaton on the serve. Beaton, the outside hitter, 5'8" senior, puts it into play. Gotta get the ball over, which is what Marler does, set up by Ansanya. Stiers, the setter, back to Beaton, coming up from the backside. Crooms sets, gotta get it over. The libero, Sanchez. And that is Blackman sending it over. Crooms again get a free shot there for Wekiva. And the unforced error for Wekiva breaks that 6-0 streak. 7-2 in the first set. Wekiva with the 5-point lead.
Side out, service to Crooms, and very quick service here coming up from Yael Marler.
Perfectly placed. Located right back on just inside that back line.
Cam Holman picks up the Mustangs kill.
And Wekiva go back on the serve with the 8-2 lead. It'll be Sanchez, the libero, the 5'5" sophomore. Looking to get back on another run here. Puts that ball into play. Set by Marler. Hit over by Herring. Wekiva sets. It's Asanya. Slaps it over. Saved by Marler at the back line. She'll have to take it over, which she does. Wekiva looking to get some pound at that net. Unable to do that yet. The attempt by Blackman at mid-range. Has to go over by Pilato, the libero. Libero's in the colored jersey. And this time it's McFadden. Still no points in this rally. The longest of this match so far. That's Blackman going with the slap again. Taken over by Fagard. Sanchez, the first touch. And this time it's Blackman trying to go over third straight time with that slap cross shot. And it slams into the net. 8-3 now, Wekiva.
Side out, service to the Panthers. Next in their rotation, number 2, Laia Robles de Leon.
So as you just heard Mark Barchi say, Leah Robles de Leon, the sophomore, will put it into play. Back to Beaton. That's Stiers setting for Ansanya. Crooms. Gotta get it over. That's Fagard. Stiers again, the setter setting. Crooms gets it over. Stiers with another set. And Blackman trying to go with that slap from the left side, not able to get any points yet. That's McFadden with the soft tip on the right side. Stiers sets again. It's a free play for Crooms. They're unable to get it forward, and now they got to get it over. Free play for Wekiva on that soft tip. Just get it over. Some confusion, and they do not get away with it. That was Sanchez trying to save it, but short. So 8-4 now. Wekiva's still in the lead. A 6-0 run has given them the lead. As De Leon continues on the serve, and she'll go on that right side where Blackman puts it in, gets the ball back, and another unforced error trying to slap that ball over the net. Cuts the lead to 8-5. We're in the first set. So thank you for joining us on this Tuesday night. I'm Neil Fisher. The other voice is Mark Barchi. Asanya takes it over. Herring with the first touch. And confusion. De Leon, not sure what she thought was going on there, but she let the ball fall. And Wekiva now back on the serve with the 9-4 lead.
Libero for 2 on this side, 3 for 14 on this side. Sorry, is it 5? Okay, thank you. Service back to the Mustangs. Next in the rotation, number 3, Elitzi Delgado.
So it's an 8-5 lead as Delgado, the senior setter, specialist, puts it in play. And there's the first time we've seen a ball go out outside the out of bounds, the back line. So Wekiva will take that unforced error. And it is actually 10-5. As Delgado puts it back into play, an ace.
Let's see Delgado on the ace.
Pounds that ball off of the defense, perfectly located, getting the Crooms defense going in the opposite direction. Ups the lead to 6, 11-5 now. So, of course, you've heard the name a lot tonight so far. You will continue to hear a lot. That's Stiers. And she's a setter. And for those of you new to volleyball, the ball's put back into play by Delgado. And perfectly placed again. 12-5, perfect arch. As she finds that soft spot along the right sideline. And a 12-5 lead. So Stiers, again, the setter. And the setter is basically the equivalent of a quarterback in football. She sets the play, touches the ball. Or at least she's supposed to touch, as it's now 13-5 on every play. And really, just like the name says, setter, she sets her teammates up. And so I wanted to bring her out because one of the reasons, as we mentioned, Wekiva coming in 4-4, that's their best record through 8 games in 15 years. Stiers had a lot to do with that. She's improved her game tremendously. Her assists have almost doubled, not even halfway through the season. As that point goes to Crooms. And they break a 5-0 run for Wekiva, cuts the lead to 13-6.
Sophia Herring on the kill, service back to the Panthers. Herring will also have the next service.
So this will be Sophia Herring, the freshman, on the serve, number 9. And unforced error, stormed that ball, but too much. 13-6. And now this will be Micaiah Blackman. So Blackman with 16 assists through 8 games. And yes, catches that inside corner, catches the back line just inside, perfectly placed. That's the 3rd serve tonight. We've seen Wekiva do that.
Ace for Micaiah Blackman.
So Blackman now with 17 aces. She gets a 2nd consecutive ace, so 18 now aces. Her serve percentage at 83.3. Excuse me, that was not an ace. So it's 15-7. Wekiva still with the lead. Hit over by McFadden. Attempted hit over by Marlar, and she mistimed that jump in the hit. 16-7.
Serves back to the Mustangs. Next in the rotation for Wekiva, number 2, Sarai McFadden.
So McFadden, one of the main components of Wekiva's attack, and she'll, unfortunately, the unforced error, slapping that ball into the net. So I was going to say McFadden with 9 assists and an 87.1 percentage. Unfortunately, that was one of the 13% of the times that she did not get it in. Meanwhile, this is Pilato, the libero, and she also commits the unforced error, giving Wekiva the 17-8 lead. Stiers back on the serve, the setter, senior house, who I was talking about, her improvement certainly being a key reason Wekiva has also improved their record, and she'll take that ace. Perfectly located, getting the defense to move in the opposite direction on a low shot just over the net. So Stiers back to the serve. She has 11 assists, 86.7% on the serve. Pilato hits it over the libero. Hallman, first touch. Asanya, the outside hitter, tries to pound it over. A nice soft touch in the perfect location from Herring. And that'll cut the lead in half at 18-9. Oh, excuse me, it was actually hit out of bounds. So give Wekiva the point in the 19-8 lead. As Stiers back on the serve, going for 2 in a row. The jump serve. And another beautifully executed serve. That'll give them a 20-8 lead. 5 points from taking set 1 here at Mustang Arena. Stiers now with 13 assists in total on the season. Another low serve, dug up by Pilato, hit over by Marler. Holman first touch, the set. Beaton takes it over, Sanchez takes it over. And Herring trying to pound that ball, force it in, and she can't. The front line by Wekiva doing its job. And it's 21-8 now as Crooms Academy gets a timeout. We're in the first set from Mustang Arena.
Request their first timeout of set number 1. We'll be right back.
A 21-8 lead for Wekiva Mustangs. We are at Mustang Arena. 4 points away from taking set 1 on this Tuesday night matchup against the Crooms Academy Panthers out of Sanford. Thank you for joining us. I'm Neil Fisher. Our other voice that you hear, it's Mark Barch. He's also the public address announcer. As Stiers continues on the serve, she's scored 3 in a row. That's Holman. Over to Stiers with the set, and Beaton unable to redirect that. Touched the antenna. So that'll break the 3 consecutive points. Cuts the lead to 21-9. Wekiva looking to go 5-4 on the season.
Checking into the game for Crooms, number 1, Yohan Donnan, and number 9, Sophia Herring.
If Wekiva can hold on to the lead and take the victory, they will be 5-4. First time they'll be over 500. 9 games into the season in 15 years. So certainly things are moving forward for Wekiva this season as they now have the 22-9 lead. That was Holman scoring the kill. And back on the serve will
Cam
be
Holman
Beaton.
has the kill for the Mustangs.
As Beaton goes back on the serve. Nice serve. Stiers has to get it set it. That's Marler, the set, taken over by De Leon, a free play for Wekiva. Stiers again, the setter sets. Asanya, nice soft touch, not going to get the kill, but continues to wear on that Crooms defense. That's Holman looking for the kill, but it's a soft tap. Nice job by Crooms to get it back in, but Wekiva continues to get that ball over and do those cross shots, and it pays off with a 23-9 lead. So 2 points away from a set 1 victory. Crooms Academy at 2-5. They certainly need a victory. Try to build some momentum heading into the middle part of the season. Mustang Arena, Wekiva's home gym, the site. Beaton first touch. Stiers again sets. Asanya with the kill.
Sanaya Asanya on the kill. Set point, Wekiva.
Nice job by Asanya of locating that just over the reach of the defense, the Crooms Academy defense, and now it is set point. And serving for the set will be Beaton. She scored 4 in a row, and give her the ace. Another perfectly located ball. And again, it was not low. It was just out of the reach on the high side. So Wekiva off to the 1-0 start.
Brianna Beaton gets the ace, and that will take us to the end of set number 1. 25-9 is the final score of the first set, and the Mustangs take a 1-0 lead for the match over the Panthers. We'll be right back with more from Mustang Arena with Tuesday night volleyball action coming to you live from South Apopka. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. We've got a 1-0 match here as Wekiva takes the first set 25-9 over the Panthers. I want to welcome you once again. My name is Mark Barchi, the voice of the Mustangs. Neil Fisher is my colleague from the Apopka Chief, taking you through tonight's contest. And Neil, obviously Crooms struggling to find momentum and had some communication trouble in the first set. Wekiva, meanwhile, though, seems to have shaken off the cobwebs that we've seen in the first half of the season.
Yeah, 25-9, that final score of set one. Wekiva scoring 6 consecutive points after the score was tied at 1-1, and as they say, they never looked back. They had 4 runs of at least 5 points. So I think you put it about as well as it could be put, Mark. Wekiva in the commanding position as we begin set 2.
Side out service to the Mustangs. Checking into the game for the Panthers.
Wekiva,
5, Kiriana Fagard.
Wekiva is yet to trail in this game as well. That's Stiers on the serve. She had a couple aces in that first set. And Crooms Academy hits it over. That's Stiers with the set. Beaten, trying to find the location kill. Doesn't get it. Nice job by Crooms. And saved by Stiers, but not enough. So Crooms getting Wekiva out of sync, and we're tied at 1-1 in the second set. So also mention Wekiva comes in at 4-4, 500 record, nothing out of the ordinary in itself. But if they do win tonight, they can hold on to this lead. It'll be the first time they will be over 500 in 15 seasons. So certainly an important game for Wekiva moving forward, trying to really change what has been a poor record, a poor record throughout their history. And now they will take the 2-1 lead.
Sanaya Sanya on the Mustangs kill. Service back to Wekiva. That's her 3rd kill of the night, first of this set. Next in the rotation for the Mustangs, number 10, Brianna Beaton.
Beaton, the 5'8" senior outside hitter. The number 2 server with the 2-1 lead. And nicely located there again. Crooms gets it over. Delgado sets. Stiers sets. Gets some help from the net. As Marler hits it forward, hit over by Fagard. That's Stiers, the setter, again doing what she's supposed to on the set. And some miscommunication as well as Fagard not really be able to set up properly, in a 3-1 lead now for Wekiva in set 2. As Beaton will continue on the serve. Beaton with an ace in that first set as well. She came into this match with only 3 assists. Of course, that's not really her job. And Wekiva sets Stiers. And way too much punch on that ball from Holman. She did not hit it at the right location, was still at its highest peak instead of when it came down.
Yeah, you got to dial 1 for long distance. Occurs to me
so
that nobody
Crooms
who actually
Academy, this
attends
is also an important game for them. They come in 2-5. It's definitely looking to gain some momentum and build some semblance of winning volleyball. As Asanya goes cross court, nice job. Herring catching it, she'll take it over again. Beaton, Stiers, Holman. And I believe the net was touched. Oh, nope, 2 touches.
Yeah, she sent it directly into the net and it instant rebounded to her, so that was the 4th touch. Service back to the Mustangs here. Serving as libero for Wekiva, Eliana Sanchez.
So Sanchez, the 5'5" sophomore libero, and if you're new to volleyball, the liberos wear different shirts. And that's Asanya again with that cross court. It made it look like it was going to be a power move, but tipped it over, and Rhodes was fooled on that shot. 5-2 now. Wekiva with the 1-0 lead as Sanchez continues on the serve. So again, mentioned Sanchez actually has 12 assists and an 89.4%, second best on the team at serve percentage. Back to the action now. Crooms hits it over. Beaton, Stiers, McFadden. Crooms sets it back. And now they got to get it over, which Holman does. Free play for Crooms. Free play for Wekiva as Marler hits it over. Stiers with the set, and McFadden is out of bounds. And no, did not touch a Crooms player. So it'll be 5-3. Again, McFadden with too much power, trying to slam it through the defense. And on serve will be Sophia Herring, a freshman. The set serve goes back. Now back up with Asanya. Oh, and a dig needed, but unable to save it, get it up in a direction that her teammates could hit it was Herring. So perfectly located by Asanya, had the perfect angle as she slammed that ball straight down. 6-3 lead now. One set to nothing lead for Wekiva. We are at Mustang Arena. And Pilato hits it out of bounds. Again, unable to really set properly. So a 7-3 lead now for Wekiva. As Litzy Delgado, the senior defensive specialist, sets up. She goes with the jump serve. And we're back to action. Wekiva looking to extend that 3-point lead. It's Holman bombing that ball, blasting it into the chest of the Crooms defense. And an 8-3 lead now for Wekiva. We haven't seen a lot of kills that were with power. We've seen a lot of kills so far tonight with a lot of touch and arc onto it from both teams. Crooms not really getting a lot of them. It's been about 2-1 advantage for Wekiva, as there's the unforced error. That'll cut the lead to 8-4. Wekiva with the lead in this set, as well as the 1-0 lead. It is best of 5 at the varsity level. And on the serve is Maya Fagard. Stiers, the setter, showing some wares that she can kill.
Lily Stiers picks up the tip kill.
The quick hand and
service back to the
location.
Mustangs. Next to the rotation for Wekiva, Kaya Blackman.
So Cameron Holman on the serve. She has a couple of kills tonight and an unforced error. That'll give the serve back to Crooms, as well as a point, 9-5 lead now. And Morgan Rhodes, the junior, will be on the serve. No, excuse me, it'll be Sarah Pilato, actually, the libero. As she goes with the set serve. Along that right sideline, Stiers sets. Hit over by Beaton, and now it's Crooms' turn. A little out of bounds was Marler, and I'm not sure what the call was there, but it is a Wekiva point.
Service back to the Mustangs. Next in the rotation, Sarai McFadden. I believe that was out.
Okay.
Yeah, the attack went wide of the antenna.
And an ace for Holman, or excuse me, Blackman. Slap finding
Kaya Blackman picks up her second ace of the night.
So as you just heard Mark Barchi say, her second ace of the tonight. It's actually McFadden's 11th of the season. Well, she came into this match with 9 aces, and just as quickly as she got the ace, she makes the unforced error, 11-6. Of course, if you're Wekiva, you're now in a position with that 5-point lead. You can trade points. On the serve for Crooms is Donnan. She hits it, gotta get it over. That's Marler. And at the net, that was Stiers, the setter, trying to go for her second kill. I believe she touched the net.
No, they signaled out. It went on the wrong side of the antenna.
Okay, so 2 in a row now for Crooms, and that cuts the lead to 11-7.
Is it 7 now?
And that'll be 3 in a row and 11-8. First time in this match that Crooms has scored 3 consecutive points. Wekiva with the 1-0 as Donnan continues on the serve. Stiers beat and goes up high and scrapes that ball. Nice low, angled low shot to score the kill, and the 12-8 lead now for Wekiva. Beaton coming into tonight's game with 33 kills.
Is that 12 now?
And so that's Delgado on the serve. Excuse me, that was Stiers on the serve. And confusion there by Crooms Academy. Everybody called for the ball and then no one took it. They just stood there. But Wekiva will take the points in the unforced error. Stiers back on the serve. Wekiva looking to go 5-4. Third time this season, if they do so, is now a 14-8. Give the ace to Stiers. They'll be over 500.
Stiers on the ace for second tonight.
So Stiers, of course, the setter. Her job is to score assists, but getting a couple of nice serves. As we mentioned, or I mentioned in that first set, as that ball was perfectly placed. Nice location, 14-9. Crooms Academy showing some accuracy. But Stiers, since she's serving, proving tremendously this season. And 2 in a row now for Crooms. Stiers coming into tonight's match with 149 assists. She only had 88 for all of last season. So again, to give you an idea of how much she's improved, as Wekiva will get the serve back.
Cam Holman on the kill. Service back to the Mustangs with number 10, Brianna Beaton next.
And Beaton puts it into play. And an unforced error there for Hart Herring. So that'll be an ace for
3
Beaton.
for her tonight.
A 17-10 lead. I believe Beaton now with 3 aces. And speaking of Beaton, she can't dig and save that one. That return, that'll cut the lead to 17-11.
Brianna Fagard gets the side out for Crooms.
Gay Leone puts the ball into play. And unforced error ups the lead to 18-11.
Serving as libero, Elia Sanchez.
Sanchez goes back to work on that serve. Several dribbles, and now the set serve right in the middle. Crooms will set. Hit over by Fagard. Beaton, first touch. The set, Holman from the right side in the middle, buries that ball right between the middle and the back line.
Is that Blackman?
Micaiah Blackman on the kill. That's her third tonight. Service remains now with the Mustangs with 7-point advantage.
Again, of course, if you're Wekiva, you do want to get on a run here, but certainly in a position where you can trade points. As Sanchez puts the ball back into play. That's Pilato hitting it over for Crooms. A set from Stairs. And McFadden blasts that ball over the front line of Crooms. 22-11 lead now.
Sarai McFadden on the kill. Her
Thank
second.
you for joining us on this Tuesday night. About 75 fans in attendance. As Wekiva looking to go over 500, they're 4-4 on the season. Crooms 2-5, could use a victory heading into the middle part of the season, get some momentum, and that'll make it 21-11 as the ball hit out of bounds. So Crooms hasn't really had a lot of shots in which they were overpowered. Wekiva powering the ball off of the hands or the bodies. It's been just a lot of soft taps in nice locations, perfect accuracy. As there's an unforced error, cuts the lead to 21-12. Crooms has hit a lot of balls out of bounds or into the net tonight.
Service back to Crooms. Next in the rotation for the Panthers, Sophia Herring.
Herring puts it into play. Their opposite number starters with the soft setup and an even softer touch from Blackman, skying on that right side and dumping it with a perfect arch. In the middle of the defense, 22-12 now. As Delgado will take over the serve. The jump serve does its job. Over from Fagard. Stiers to set. This will be Blackman again in the same exact play. Just about 6 inches further to her right. Dumping that ball with the perfect arch.
Micaiah Blackman, kill number 5.
So 23-12. Excuse me, 22-12. Crooms. Gotta get it over. Pilato does the honors. Wekiva needs 2 more points for set victory. Make that 1. McFadden powering that ball down the left sideline.
Sarai McFadden on the kill. That's her 3rd of the night.
And Delgado will continue on the serve. Delgado coming into tonight's game with 16 assists, a 86% serving. So certainly she's continued that, and another unforced error, too much arch.
Set points, Mustangs.
And as you just heard Mark Barchi, my partner, also the public address announcer, now set point. Wekiva looking to go up 2-0. Delgado, this jump serve, and does net unkind. Crooms gets away with it though. And now Blackman looking to kill this game, and that's exactly what she does. Hitting it across the body. 25-12, the final score, much like the first game. Wekiva, not quite as long a run, only 5-0 compared to 6-0 in the first, but that put them up 9-5, and they rolled. 25-12 is your final score, 2-0 Wekiva. In Mustang Arena, home of the Wekiva Mustangs, the site for this Tuesday night volleyball matchup. It's Wekiva with a 2-0 lead. The home team 25-9 and 25-12 over Crooms Academy. Looking to go 5-4. It'll be the third time this season. It'll be over 500. It'll also be, more importantly, the first time in 15 years it'll be over 509 matches into a season. Crooms Academy 2-5 certainly could use a victory, build some momentum. They've got some work to do as they're down 2-0 as we begin set number 3. I'm Neil Fisher, along with Mark Barchi, who's also our public address announcer. And a long rally to begin set 3, one of the 5 longest in the entire match. That's Asanya, the unforced errors, trying to go with the power, instead finds the net. 1-0 Crooms Academy.
Service to the Panthers. Checking into the game for Crooms, number 1, Johan Donen. And she'll have the next service.
And I believe, yes, that is actually the first lead that Crooms Academy has had in this entire set. We've had 6 ties, nothing beyond the 6 point. As Crooms gets it over, Stiers sets. The soft tip from Holman. Crooms again doing a nice job. They've returned most of Wekiva's serves tonight. The problem has just been they've been out of bounds a lot, and the aces. As we are now tied at 1-1.
Returning to the game for Crooms, number 5, Kariana Fagard, and now serving for the Mustangs, number 10, Brandon Beaton.
Beaton coming into tonight's match with just 3 assists. She's had a couple so far tonight. Almost got one there. Nice jobs of Crooms on the dig, and Asanya unable to find the inside.
Oh, she does.
She did get it in.
Sanaya Asanya finds the line for the Mustangs kill.
So a 2-1 lead now for Wekiva, their first of the third set. Of course, only 3 points in. 2-0 lead in
Strike
sets.
that was overturned, and now serving will be Ayala Marlar.
So 2-1 lead for Crooms Academy, as you heard Mark say. Mark Barchi, as it's now 3-1. That second to last point, it was overturned. And so continuing on the serve will be Yael Marlar, the senior, of course, Crooms Academy, over in Sanford. About a 20-minute trip over here to Wekiva, next to the State Route 429 in southeast Apopka. As Stiers sets, well set there, but Breeden unable to execute that final pound and ground, if you will. Her timing was off, and she did not hit at the right point into the net instead. 4-1 lead now for Crooms. Make that 5-1 as Wekiva getting off to a rough start. And this has all occurred with Marlar on the serve. The set serve from the ground has paid dividends for Crooms as Holman trying to locate it inside the left sideline, unable to do so. Now a 6-1 lead. 5 straight points now for Crooms Academy. Not only their first lead of the game, but the largest. As they continue to build now, Wekiva making the unforced errors.
Marlar, her third ace of the night.
Mentioned Wekiva 4-4 coming into tonight's game. Looking to go over 500 this deep in the season for the first time in 15 seasons, and that'll certainly help. They'll also get the serve back.
On the kill. That's her 7th tonight, first of this set. Serves back to the Mustangs, serving as libero will be number 4, Eliana Sanchez.
Wekiva's defeated Leesburg, Orlando Christian Prep, Oak Ridge, and Edgewater for their 4 victories. As they do a nice job of returning that serve. They will get the point there. Even though it was hit out of bounds, that was set up with the actual return on Wekiva's side. Very hard for Marlar to set that ball for her teammates. And now Wekiva with a couple in a row, 7-3 deficit. Still 2-0 lead though. in sets and make that 7-4 and score the ace.
Eliana Sanchez picks up the ace for the Mustangs.
Sanchez coming into tonight's game with 12 assists, 89.4 serving percentage, second highest on the team for Wekiva. And she continues with that set serve, gets the ball in, forces Crooms Academy to make a play. They're unable to, out of bounds. And Wekiva now on a run, cutting that lead down to 7-5. 4 straight for the Mustangs. Several dribbles for Sanchez, the 5'5" sophomore libero. And now she slams it into the net, the unforced error. So again, I mentioned she had an 86% going, or 89.4 coming into the game.
Service back to Crooms.
That was her 11th serving error. McFadden, soft tip, trying again. That paying dividends for Crooms Academy. Wekiva just getting it over.
That's a tough pass.
Double net hit.
Yeah, I don't really blame Pilato for that. She didn't have anything to work with.
So
returning to the game for the Mustangs, number 3, Lindsay Delgado.
So an 8-5 lead for Crooms Academy as Wekiva takes over the serve. They have a 2-0 lead, and that is Delgado on the serve. She's also in the mid-80s, and you see why there. Set, Stiers, again the setter. Setter does the job of a quarterback in volleyball. Exactly what the name implies. You set your teammates. Another nice set, and this time she goes over to Holman, the two of them, Blackman. Blackman and Stiers have been working well tonight, but this time it is who?
Killed by the Mustangs, number 2, Sarai McFadden. That's her 4th tonight. Service back to Wekiva. Next in the rotation for the Mustangs will be number 3, Lindsay Delgado.
So McFadden cuts the lead to 8-7, taking advantage of Wekiva's offensive attack, moving the defense to the opposite side, finding the hole. And now Crooms Academy, that was Fagard, right idea, but couldn't execute. Too much angle, and it goes out of bounds, and we are tied 8-8. So our second tie of the game, 1-1 the other one. Wekiva now also on a run, 7 out of the last 8 points. Chance to take their first lead of the third set, and they do. The unforced error, out of bounds. So Wekiva finding the going a bit much tougher here in the third set than the first 2 sets. Crooms Academy had not had a lead until the first point of this set. So Wekiva now roaring back, 7 out of the last 8 points. Actually 8 out of the last 9 points. And that'll break the streak. Unforced error from Holman, trying to power that ball, blasted through the defense. Instead catches the net, and we're tied 9-9.
Service back to the Panthers. Next in the rotation, number 9, Sophia Herring.
So Herring trying to put the ball in play, gives the lead back to Wekiva. It's third of the set.
Checking into the game for the Panthers, number 4, Araceli Suarez.
10-9 lead as Blackman puts it in play. And score the point.
Kill at the net by Lily Stiers.
So Stiers, of course, mentioned many times, she is the setter. She's supposed to set her teammates, but they're showing her killing abilities. And Wekiva continues to build on that lead, 12-9 now, taking advantage of those unforced errors. Although that was, you could credit that had something to do with the serve, the location. Another dig by Pilato. She hits it a second time, but unable to get any arc or height on it. And Wekiva now with the 13-9 lead as they continue to roll here in this third set. They have found their mojo, so to speak, after trailing 7-2, 7-1, 14-9, and a timeout. Coach Guerrero not liking what she's seeing. So Wekiva falling behind 7-2. They've certainly changed the course of this now. Wekiva's certainly changing the direction of this game. 14-9 lead, and they've been doing it by forcing Crooms Academy to hit the ball out of bounds and into the net.
Welcome back to Mustang Arena. Mark Barchi, the voice of the Mustangs, here with Neil Fisher for what is shaping up to be a potential Wekiva sweep here as we are just right around the midpoint of season 18 of Mustang Volleyball. Neil has mentioned earlier tonight that that Wekiva has an opportunity to exceed 500 and get on the winning side of the record tonight, and that is something that they're very much looking forward to doing. They have 2 sets under their belt now, and they are 11 points away from making it a sweep. As we get a kill from Brianna Beaton.
So Wekiva now has scored 14 of the last 16 points to take control of the set. And that'll continue. The ace from Blackman, the 5'7" senior outside hitter.
Micaiah Blackman has the ace.
So Blackman coming into tonight's match with 16 assists, 19%, 83.3 serving percentage. Of course, she's an outside hitter, so her main job is kills. And she has 55 of those, leading the team. We've seen her do that a number of times tonight. Now on the serve, and her run at the service is going to come to an end. Nice play by Crooms Academy, burying that ball right in front of
Mariana Figard has the kill for the Panthers. Side out to Crooms. Next in their rotation, number 6.
Ball buried right in front of Sanchez to get that point, 16-10. Four and 4 is Wekiva's record. 2 and 5 for Crooms Academy. Mustang Arena, the site. Wekiva's home gym. Soft tip, Stiers, sets. Back to McFadden.
Barely manages to stay on the right side of the net, but she does. Now a lot of heat coming in from Figard, and that's too much heat, in fact.
And we've seen
side out service returns to the Mustangs. Next in the rotation for Wekiva, number 2, Sarai McFadden.
And we've seen that here a number of times tonight as well. Just not being able to get it inside the back line as McFadden puts the ball in play. Wekiva 8 points from a sweep, as Mark said. Make that 7
Cam Holman on the kill, her 4th tonight.
So Holman, mentioned Blackman, doing her job as getting kills, but Holman also adding nice complimentary. 36 kills going into tonight's game, 33%. That'll make it 19-11.
McFadden on the ace.
Excuse me, 19-10. McFadden with ace, 87.1 percentage, and she'll add to those ace totals. More importantly, now a 20-10 lead.
Apologies for the shoddy camera work there. That was my fault.
Coach Guerrero wants a second timeout. So Wekiva, again, a rough start, down 7-1. They are now on a 19-3 run and have turned this around. 20-10 the score. This is the Wekiva Mustangs Athletic Network.
Welcome back to Mustang Arena. Mark Barger, the voice of the Mustangs, here with Neil Fisher from the Apopka Chief, ready to take you through what could be the last 5 services of tonight's contest. Mustangs poised for a sweep here. 20-10 the score. They need to score 5 before Crooms scores 15 in order to secure that sweep. Here comes the attack in from Meyer.
And Wekiva continues to find those open holes.
Mustang kill from Brianna Beaton.
Again, Wekiva has scored the majority of their points, not necessarily on kills that have gone into the body of Crooms' chest. They've just been finding those holes. And Crooms Academy has hit a number of balls in the wrong direction. And now
That's
it'll
4
be
touches.
22-10.
Yeah, it looked there like Cam Holman might have gotten a touch on the Wekiva side of the net, but it did not actually clear the net, so that was 4 touches on the same side.
And Sarai McFadden continues on the serve, the 5'8" junior middle hitter. And a miscue there. That's an unforced
Sarai
error.
McFadden on the ace.
Again, Crooms Academy, obviously one of the younger teams on the schedule this year for Wekiva, and you can see a lot of that with their communication. It's not as consistent as you need to consistently score points.
Beaton with a good-looking attack, and it will.
Marler getting the first touch, but unable to direct it in the right direction. And now we are at match point.
Match point, Wekiva.
24-10.
Yeah, just to give you a sense, Wekiva right now has 26 kills across the 3 sets, so that's out of 74 points. And Crooms has just 4 kills across their, I've lost track of how many points they had, but that gives you a sense of earned points ratios.
McFadden on the serve, and just as quickly, it's game, set, match. Ball out of bounds. Crooms Academy not set again. So your final scores, 25-9, 25-12, 25-10. Wekiva storming back from a 7-1 deficit in the 3rd set, finding their mojo. And so the bigger picture is Wekiva now at 5-4, the latest in the season that they have been over 500, 9 games into the season as we move forward.
Those of you watching online, thanks for tuning in to tonight's game. We hope that you will join us next time. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube at Wekiva Sports, and bookmark WekivaMustangs.com for all of your scores, schedules, and more. Tonight's game will be available for on-demand replay on YouTube as well as the NFHS network. The football team is away pretty much all month. They have about 4 weeks in a row on the road. Volleyball, though, you have an opportunity to catch them at the Metro West Tournament. That starts Thursday and continues through the weekend. Your next chance to catch them on a regular season game is coming up next week. That is Monday, September 23rd. Wekiva will host the Lyman Greyhounds. Until then, we hope you have a great night and a great rest of your week. Again, thanks for tuning in. If you're watching online, thanks for visiting us. And please drive home safely if you're here in person. If you're watching us online, please do subscribe before you leave us for this evening. Until next time, good night from Mustang Arena.